All right, so a very exciting thing in my writing year happened just a few days ago, and that is I received in the mail the very first print copy of my new book, which will be out May 5th. And I hope that how pretty this is translates in video to you because it is gorgeous. The title is raised and shiny, and the colors are even prettier than I imagined. Look at the spine. Look at the back. The team at Bethany House just outdid themselves with this one. So I spent quite a while just reading it, browsing through it, admiring it. And now I'm going to go see if any of my family members are excited about having me read a few pages from my new book to them, because several of my author friends and I are all doing readings via video today on Instagram and also on Facebook. So let's go see. All right, here's a candidate. Hey, do you want to listen to me read a few pages from my new book? Hey, college girl, do you want me to read to you? Here's someone. Do you want Mom to read you a few pages from my new romance novel? Oh, I know who might be interested. Sam! After some initial hesitation, I was able to convince him to come and sit with me for story time with Becky. So, I'm going to be reading from chapter 1. Like Papa Bear in the Goldilocks story, Sam Turner had discovered a strange woman sleeping in the bed of a house he owned. Don't even think about running off again. He stood inside Sugar Maple Farm's small guest house, hands on his hips, staring down at her as mid-August sunlight flooded the space through the uncovered windows. Neither the sunlight nor the sound of his entrance just now had woken her. Was she dead? A bolt of worry pierced him hard, so he leaned over to make sure he could see the rise and fall of her breathing. He could. Good. Interruptions to his routine and his solitude weren't part of his plans any day of the week. Discovering a dead woman definitely hadn't been part of this particular Monday morning's plans. What he had here was a trespasser, very much alive, who decided to help herself to his guest house. She'd stretched out on the only piece of furniture in the place, a bed. Back when he'd moved onto this property 4 years ago, he'd taken his metal headboard and frame out of the main house and stored it here. Okay, we had to make an adjustment because our neighbors started mowing their lawn, and so Sam and I have relocated from our patio outside, and now we're indoors. Okay, we're picking back up the story. Our hero, Sam, has discovered a woman sleeping in the bed of his guest house. And he's talking about how he had moved the metal headboard and frame out of the main house and he'd stored it in the guest house, and more recently, he'd added the mattress and box spring set he'd received as a hand-me-down from his dad. The stranger didn't seem to mind that the mattress was bare or that the guest house offered nothing but old pine floors and a cold fireplace. She'd made do by cracking open her suitcase and tossing every item of clothing onto the bed to function as her sheet. She'd covered her bottom half with a black jacket and slipped her top half into a pink robe, except she'd turned the robe the wrong way so that the robe's back covered her front. Her head rested on a light blue pillow, chin tipped to the side in a way that revealed a pretty profile. The smoothness of her expression communicated deep, worryless dreams. Due to his responsibilities and regrets, Sam couldn't remember sleeping that soundly since he was a kid. She had prominent cheekbones, a delicate nose, a perfectly shaped mouth. Her hair started out a medium brown color near her scalp, then magically, through some kind of dye job he couldn't imagine, started to turn different lighter blonde colors toward the ends. Her hair was big, but she was small. When she stood, he'd bet that hair would fall almost to her waist. She wore makeup on her flawless skin, large silver earrings, a ring with 3 interlocking silver bands, each band set with diamonds. Had she come straight from a photo shoot to break and enter his guest house? "Hello," he said. No response. One of his eyebrows twitched with irritation. "Excuse me," he tried, slightly louder. He didn't want to terrify her by raising his voice or by shaking her shoulder. Hello? Nothing. Good morning, miss? Not even an eyelid flickered. Most likely she'd taken too much of some kind of substance. Sleeping pills? Alcohol? Drugs? Sam picked up the large purse that slumped on the floor beside a pair of tall leather boots. As far as he was concerned, she'd forfeited her right to privacy as soon as she'd become a squatter on his property. Okay, thanks for joining myself and Sam today for this read-along. Be sure to check out the other authors who are also doing videos here on Instagram today, and be on the lookout for even more authors participating on Facebook. I'm just gonna quick go grab the list so I can tell you who to look for specifically. Okay, hold on.
Hi, Sam the hero.
Okay, Sam wants to let you know that Tamara Alexander will be doing a video today. So will Kara Putman. Go Kara. So will Deborah Rainey, which should be really fun. Rachel Hauk and Robin Lee Hatcher will all be posting Instagram videos today reading their books. So be sure to shelter in place and join them all for story time. Hope you guys have a great day.